Hello from Florida. So I thought I'd just tell you about my adventures like I did last year. On Saturday, we flew in to Fort Myers, went to a hotel, and we caught up with my cousin Jessica, my uncle Warren. Were in town, and so we went to go get dinner with them. The next day, we drove to Sarasota, and in Sarasota, we did a bunch of like different cool things. We went to the Ringling Museum. We went and took a silks class. We went on a Segway tour. We stayed in an Airbnb. The last like day or so of it, we spent at the beach. Came back to Fort Myers and met up with my mom's friend Naomi. We're staying at her place down here. We spent a lot of time at the beach, a little time shopping since we've been back. We went to the 6 Mile Slough. We met up with my mom's best friend Claudia, her husband Michael, who is my dad's best friend, and went on their boat because they're docked here in Fort Myers. It's their houseboat slash yacht. They live on this boat. It's not like huge, but it's big. As Claudia calls it, it's a 642. Cocktails for six, dinner for four, sleeps two. Tonight was our last night here. Met up with my cousin Jessica again. She told us that the dolphins come to this area at like 5 o'clock every day. And so we went there at like 4:45 and we hung out there until like 5:30. The dolphins didn't come. Jessica had to go, she had a personal training session. And we went to this restaurant slash hotel to go listen to this band. And it was like still on the same beach, but it's like the other end of the beach. So we drove, even though we totally could have walked. Like 10 minutes before it was over, Monica and I decided to walk back to Jessica's. And so my mom and Naomi joined us back there like literally 10 minutes after we got there because it was like a 20-minute walk there. We hung out for way longer than we thought we were going to. We're having a really good time. But Jessica's uncle, he was going to be watching her this weekend or whatever. He's like coming down to Fort Myers on like some weekends because he's like moving here or something. And he's keeping an eye on Jess since she's like, 18 and has an apartment all to herself. And he might have been a little bit drunk. He seemed a little bit drunk. And we were all kind of like just goofing off and dancing and whatever. Because it turns out Naomi like bachata dancing. And I know bachata because I was in the salsa club. And Jessica, she's dating a Hispanic guy. She's technically engaged to him, but that's another story. She felt like an idiot not knowing how to dance when she went to his like family party, so she learned a little bit of bachata. Her uncle, I think his name was Mark, he was just talking about how he had just gone like salsa dancing, bachata, whatever. So we were all like goofing off as we're like trying to leave. You know what? I'm just gonna make a whole separate video about this night because it's a whole separate story.